What's good, you guys, and welcome to your very first Java tutorial and my very first tutorial. So I apologize in advance if I sound a bit rusty. I'm not really used to this, so I apologize for that if that's the case. Anyway, so in this tutorial, before we get into writing any Java programs and compiling them, we're first gonna need the Java JDK and an IDE in order for our programs to run and compile. And for those that don't know what compiling means, compiling basically means, the code that we write, the code that we write is then translated through the compiler so that the computer can understand it and therefore run it. So the first thing I need you guys to do is download the Java JDK. And what the JDK is, it basically allows us to write and run Java programs on our computer. So if you don't have it already, you won't be able to write your Java classes and run them through a command line. So first, I need you guys to get onto this website, onto the Oracle website. What I basically do is I just type in Java JDK, and it's usually the first link that pops up. Get it straight there. However, if you guys can't find it, I'll put a link in the description below. So we have on this page two boxes. We have the Java SE Development Kit and the Java SE Development Kit Demos and Samples. The demos and samples, I don't really know like the uses of any of these. So apologize if you guys want to know what it was all about and I can't explain it. So what we're going to look at is the Java SE Development Kit, and again, SE means Standard Edition. So before you download any of these, accept the license agreement, and look for the required products. So you have, for me, if you're like me who has a 64-bit Windows operating system, download this bottom one here. If not, if you're running 32-bit or Solaris, Mac, Linux, just download the right one for your computer. I've already downloaded it, so I won't be downloading it again. However, once you've downloaded it, go through the whole setup. It's quite a simple setup, and you'll know it's complete when at the end it will tell you that your JDK has been downloaded successfully. So now you've got that, you'll be able to write Java programs and classes on your computer, and you'll be able to compile them. However, if you're going to use a text editor like Notepad++, and you write a program that consists of 1,000 lines, let's say, the problem with that is if you compile that program and an error pops up saying that you can't compile it due to, or it may not even specify it due to what technical issue. You say if you've got a faulty line of code, so somewhere in your program, and like I said, it's 1,000 lines long. It will take a long time for you to find the location of that error, as Notepad++ won't give you the address of the location of that, the line number of your problem. So the best way around that is to download an IDE for Java, and that will basically bypass those problems. So the recommended one, and the one that we're going to be using, is Eclipse. So go into the Eclipse website, which is eclipse.org, and again, if you have an issue finding that, I'll put a link in the description below, and hit the download link, and here if you go down a bit, you'll see Eclipse, get Eclipse Neon, and then below that, if you can just about see it, it says download packages. So click on download packages. And another thing, it says Eclipse Neon. If you're watching this in the future, it may not be Eclipse Neon. It'll probably be something else with a different name, as they update it quite regularly. So don't worry if it doesn't say Eclipse Neon. So once you get into download packages, here you have the option of selecting your required operating system. Mine's Windows again. And if you scroll down a bit, you have Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. EE meaning Enterprise Edition, and then Eclipse IDE for Java developers, C++ developers, Android, PHP. However, the one that we want is Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So just download that. You got the 64-bit one and the 32-bit one. And for Windows users, once you've downloaded it, it will appear as a zip file. So just extract the contents of that file to whatever location you want. I've just put mine on my desktop, and it should look something like this once you've extracted it. So here we have Eclipse application. You've got all of these files, XML document, application here, configuration settings, I think that's what it says. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So just click on the application, and this should pop up. So yeah, the current one is Neon.2, well, for me. And this little box will pop up with the address of the location where you're going to be storing your Java programs. The default one is, as it says here, the workspace one. So I just leave it in there, and once you've done that, just click OK. If you want to put it anywhere else, just click Browse and go through your files. Put it wherever you want. So click OK. Any minute now. Yeah, so this should come up as your starting page. So yeah, once this is up, you'll know that you've successfully downloaded your JDK and your Eclipse, your IDE for Java. If this does not come up, and if you click on the Eclipse application, if you didn't download your JDK properly, it'll pop up with an error saying that it can't locate your JDK or whatever. So what I would recommend is that you always download your JDK first and then the Eclipse. I don't know the reason why that happens. It's just that every time I've downloaded Eclipse first and then the JDK, I always have an error, so I end up doing it the other way around and downloading the JDK. So yeah, again, if you had that error, just follow exactly what I did, and then you should get your Eclipse, your IDE up and running, and you'll be able to start writing your Java programs. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next tutorial.